Senior broadcast journalist, social media for the Pigeon Service. I am one of two characters behind BBC Pigeon on social media. Apart from publishing on social media, I do a lot of content production, studying consumer behavior, mobile content, and designing content to fit to those audiences.
Okay, thank you so much to all of you here who are on stage with me to discuss this very important topic. But also to all of you who are here in the audience, don't forget if you also want to be part of this conversation when it comes to social media. I mean, it is digital space we're talking about, so we would have this conversation, go out with the hashtag, so hashtag SMW BBC News, and we can take the conversation forward there. I will just start off with Princess. When we say, media space and all of that, what has changed in the past 5 years in the media space in Nigeria?
There's been a lot of disruption, and that disruption has brought about flexibility, diversity, and creativity. The BBC is, like all major news platforms, is one of those that has been transformed by the technologies that has been available in the last 5 to 10 years. And we've also been open to the opportunities that these technologies have brought. I'm just going to highlight with 4 points and let you know some of these changes. Just to get a feel of the room, is there anyone here that doesn't use a smartphone? Don't worry, we won't judge you. Okay. Also, still getting a feel of the room, find out how you guys got your news today. Did anyone read a newspaper today? One person? Great. Did anyone get their news from TV or radio today? Just raise your hand up. 2 people, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Did anyone get their news from a website? You specifically went to a website to find the story. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did anyone get their news from social media, including WhatsApp? I'm not counting, there are a lot of you. So this is a small sample, but this is a reflection of how the Nigerian media landscape has changed in the last couple of years with new technology, the advancements in technology, access to the internet, our mobile phones. Now we have more access to getting information. Another point that I want to raise is we're in the on-demand era. People want to know what is happening right now. Take for instance, last week Saturday, there was traffic in Victoria Island, and you're wondering, is it Saturday, why is there traffic like it's a Monday? There was a truck that had fallen over, and the way most of us found out about it was going on social media to see, okay, what exactly is happening in my area. This in itself is showing you media space now is fast-paced. It's digital first, mobile first. You're looking for this information on your phones. You're not going to say, oh, let me wait for the 10 o'clock news to find out. Or if you're not, you don't have a radio with you, the best way for you to go is on your phone. Another main characteristic now is that there are more platforms to publish on. It's not like the past where we would say, okay, TV, radio, print. Right now, traditional media is not even trying to defend its position at all. Most of the newspaper outlets, most of the traditional media, they have its presence as well in the digital space. I'm sure most of you are following your favorite media news organization this week. No? Did anyone upload a picture on Instagram? That still counts. Did you send out a notification to someone on WhatsApp? That in itself is just a reflection of how we have all become publishers. So you're at an event, maybe say you're at this event, you want your friends to know, you take a picture and then you use a hashtag. And that in itself is showing how. And the media organizations as well are relying on you for this information. They're gathering information and pulling it as well and putting it into the news stories.
Now, I'm sure most of you might recognize the brand, or do recognize the brand BBC, but then, do you know that in Nigeria alone, the BBC has 4 language services, the oldest being Hausa, which has been there for over 65 years. And Hausa in itself has, moved from not just, but moving also to that digital space and also trying to compete and gain audiences, because it's one thing to have audiences on the traditional space and another thing to have audiences in the digital space. That being said, also, when you also look at the numbers, about 126.4 million, if I'm correct, weekly in Africa that we have as audiences for the BBC when it comes to news in this space. So it's an interesting space that we all operate in. And Sifa, I'd like to throw my next question to you. This is about competition. How important is competition within the digital space?
So I'll say this, that competition, I believe, in my opinion, is the life wire of the media and news industry. Because competition has given birth to innovation, it has given birth to more creativity, competition has given birth to content of different types. Because content across board on different platforms or different organizations, but everybody is trying to tell it in a different way, and the sole reason is because of this competition. You want everybody to come innovative about how you want to tell the same story. You are very creative about how you tell this story. You only have the same number of stories every day. So you just have to find a way to do that. So you're in your editorial meetings, you're pushing people to get creative because you don't want to lose your audience to someone who has an edge of creativity or someone who has 10 minutes to innovate something new or someone who will just tweak that content a bit, and I would say it's allowed, it should be allowed, and it should be encouraged.
Well, we should allow competition, but I think there are points where people will talk about also within that space of competition, giving social media as a driver for this competition. There's also the issue of fake news. So challenge this, or address fake news as it is.
Okay, so especially in the past 1 year, more steps to ensure that fake news does not thrive. Because one of those things our verification system. As much as people want to break news, people want to be the first to put it out. If your news is not verifiable and you keep on apologizing or retracting content, you begin to lose the trust and integrity you have in the system. And the other thing is we've actually held conferences or seminars, to combat fake news culture in the country as it were, and not just in the country but in the region as a whole. And I think one of the reasons behind sharing this thought here today or generating audience in the competitive space is to discourage that idea of fake news, because fake news is always born out of that eagerness or desperation to push out stories first. And your stories get skewed at some point, and then the result of that is fake news, and that begins to compete with the real stories that are there. And the problem is that fake news is or looks more attractive because that's what the mind is conceiving. And so when people see that, people want to run with that as against the reality that is on the ground. So it's on us to make sure that we don't toy with that at all. And that goes to speak about the track record in the BBC. I mean, we're so trusted that I haven't seen a situation where you say fake news was attributed to the BBC. And that has not diminished our audience, or it hasn't diminished our space in the market, as it were.
Well, you make a good point there when you say it has helped to, trying to deal with fake news has helped in audience. But coming to you, Michael, because you are a growth editor, which is a new role that exists within digital spaces and platforms as content creators continue to enter this space. Do you think on due importance on social platforms, and this is in terms of audience listening?
Alright, so in terms of audience listening, I don't think we've leveraged social media enough. I know if I ask everyone here how to go about audience listening, a lot of people would look at Twitter trends, for instance, to say, oh, a certain topic is trending, around it, which is good, but remember also to touch on competition, and competition where you can win is when you ask yourself, when you try to do stories in a way, doing stories in another angle and trying to beat your competitors because you are trying to win your own size of the market. Again, listening and using trends is just one bit. But there are several ways to study and listen to audiences. Audiences, they're always speaking, and they have several moments of conversation. One is via your comments. So you've done a Facebook post and you're trying to look at to see what else these people want to learn regarding the story you've posted. And this can help you with follow-ups and help you to work on the story again to make it better. So this is one way audience listening can help the content. At work, audience what we do in our editorial meetings, we are coming up with what we are coming up with stories around what the top trends are, what insights we got from comments the previous day, or comments on Facebook, and I know social media people, Usifo and Malik will actually say this, they tell you in the editorial meeting, oh, we did a post and someone commented, and we followed up on that person, we followed up on the comments, we did a story around this, and the result at the end of the day is we have done 2 stories on just one story we've published, and we've increased numbers on that content.
And what about in terms of distribution? Because as content creators and news agencies alike, we are all where we are also heavily dependent on social media platforms for distribution and content.
I think we're doing better when it comes to content distribution. However, there are several other ways we can win, and that is also trying to. So, I would say this: you can't get everyone to come to your website. Even the BBC, it's not everyone that will come. So sometimes we have to depend on digital partners, because some people will want to go to a platform they will never get that platform. Whether there are people who will go to Facebook, visit your site, some will remain on Facebook, there are people who would want to use several other, they use other platforms like there's Boomplay, there are different types of platforms now. So the question is, what partner with these guys and get my content out there. So in terms of content distribution, I think we have leveraged social well. I know everyone uses Facebook, we use Twitter, we use Instagram to get our content out there. But again, where we're doing is now looking for digital partners to get more numbers.
Well, that's, I think, it's in a sense, it's the way you are trying to, deal with distribution and not just depend on social media. But at this point, I think we're going to play some videos and, look at the content and look at when we say we're trying to also build content, how does it work?
Because I'm raising the bars, I'm just for the mood, but I'm too busy gazing the stars, I feel I'm
I think we're just having some technical difficulties.
Everybody come take my hand, this work together, through the storm, the weather.
That's definitely not what we have behind this video. Guys, show you to the bomb viral, but that's not what we're making.
Of Warri in the south of Nigeria. Now, Warri is known to be an oil hub in the country, but it is also the envy of the nation because it produces so many incredible talents, such as Blessing Bukabare, Sunday Elite, and the late Stephen Keshi. And another one, 11-year-old Eshe calls himself the best football freestyler in Warri.
My name is Shinaso Eshe. Some people call me. I am 11 years old. I am the best freestyler in Warri. I started freestyling when I was. My dad showed me some videos of Messi, Ronaldinho, Okocha, and I just started practicing. I love freestyling because it's in my school, my classmates, I like to entertain them. I like to be and travel all over the world.
The fact that the way he blows the ball on the top of his head and juggles the second one, it's so amazing. It's very difficult to learn. Most of the world freestylers, most of them can't do it. Even I myself, I can't do it.
I do my training and I go to school. After the school, I go to the field and play some football with my teammates. Mostly, I like to play for bigger clubs like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Chelsea, and Super Eagles of Nigeria. I started drawing for the age of 6 years old at school. I'm carrying Paris all I play cover. Then I'm an artist. I draw with my friends. I draw cartoons, comics, I draw illustration from textbooks. I paralyze in pencil. I get my inspiration from something going on around me, especially my family. I want to be like Isaac and Michelangelo. I want to see myself among the great artists in the museum. My best work is this because of the title as they read. The sweat of it is my family. We work hard for me. For it. That's what it is.
Okay. And we feel free to clap. Before we continue in this room, by show of hands, seen any of these two videos before today? Great, at least we know that we are trying to get audiences in the right way. Go to Jenny, who's sitting beside me here. So actually, this year's theme for social media with Lagos is human X, story, that human connection and all of that. And I would like to ask, what are the key elements to a good BBC story? Because you are in a space where you produce a lot.
Exactly, and I think that theme really works with what we do. Even that show where my colleague was presenting sports, anytime we start the show, we say welcome to the show as we bring you the human side of sports. Because there are a lot of content, people out there who give you the news, who break the news to you, but you never really hear the breaking news about that freestyler boy, except when he makes a Guinness World Record. He did after that piece. He's now in the Guinness World Book of Records. Ordinarily, you wouldn't be hearing much about it, but because everybody freestyles, we have a lot of young kids who freestyle. But how do we make it different? How do you stand out a good story? Firstly, they must be factual. The boy didn't say I'm the best freestyler in the world. He said I'm the best freestyler in Warri. And we have the books to back that up. In putting out a good story, backed up with the realm of verifications. So by the time you can do that, you're able to tell your audience that, okay, you are saying the truth, you're saying what's right, and they begin to come to you for more content. Again, research. For a story like the painter as well, how many hyper-realism painters do we have? How many do we have at that age? If I sit down in this room and I look at everybody, sometimes people say, how can work? I look at all the beautiful women here and I'm looking at the lovely costumes. The story about women. And if you look at it and you research, not a lot of people might have done a kind of story around such a topic. So you have to be factual with that, you have to research, and it has to evoke emotions. Now, the story of the freestyler, let's see, how many of you were amused by it? You were amused? Inspired? Emotional? Did you cry? No. It made you laugh. How about the hyper-realism? Were you inspired by it? Did it update you? Exactly. Every good story you do, whether as an independent writer, blogger, whatever, podcast maker, it must evoke your audience. It doesn't have to be so robotic, like, bam, I'm done with the news, bye, next tomorrow we'll do a story. No, it has to evoke one emotion or the other, whether it's updating, inspiring, informing and educating your audience. Timely. Now, if we did the story, maybe sometime in May, work within the realm of timing. This story I've done, this interview I've done, this research, and we're talking about weed. I can do that story in Christmas because I know a lot of women, or during Valentine's month, because a lot of women would like to see what's the latest trend happening. So these also make up a good story. And finally, they're as easy as ABC. You don't have to have a drone 360 camera, buy stuff for 1 million naira. You can shoot with your phone. Even if
just juggling the ball. Take it a couple of times, even in the house, you're showing how your mom cooks and you want to talk about different methods of cooking. You can actually do it on your phone. The most popular videos in the world, most listened to, the most watched, are cat videos. 60 camera to do that. They didn't use the most sophisticated, it's just a phone, and you just, oh, so cute. That's exactly how to tell a good story. It can be cheap, it can be easy to do, but as long as your content resonates with audiences and makes them understand that, oh, it's a different side to this story, that will make a good story.
Well, I mean, there is an amazing point, timing, and also being emotional. But also in the same space, because we are trying to, have audiences that are into our brands, there's also the how well, I mean, Michael, for you work in newsrooms with journalists every day. How important is data literacy to the content that is?
Analytics is playing a major role in the newsroom. You look at how it can help you grow, how people, it can help you improve how people content, it can help you grow your numbers. I will give several examples. You've done a good story. You want to know how many people coming from? Are they coming from social media networks? Are they coming from search? Are they direct audiences? Are these guys loyal? How long are they spending on your story? Again, page views might just be it's the general metric everyone use, but it tells you how well, it tells you how many people have seen your story, but it can't tell you how well your story has performed. So I would not be happy if I did a very long piece and someone reads it for 10 seconds. So that means there's something in that story I need to improve. Do I need to include a visual? Maybe include a graph, or include an infographic, or include a photo, or include a video, just to get people to engage. There's one fact, and I have to tell you, is that the longer people spend on your website, the more likely they would return. So you don't just want to bring people in, and analytics will help you solve. And the other bit is analytics makes it. Sometimes we are in the newsroom, we are looking at the reports, we're looking at the numbers, and we're seeing spikes, and run from wherever I am to the teams, excited, and saying, oh, can you see that, can you see that? And everyone is excited about it, and it helps us. We just want to say, okay, what do we do to improve this? How do we follow up with these stories? And that is what analytics will do. I know at the BBC we've invested a lot in analytics, and one of the investments looking at the tools we've invested in, the trainings I've received, trainings we've had for team members. And it's not just about one person being the analytics champion. Everyone should. The journalist should be able to tell how many page views their story got, the engaged time, what they need to do to improve it, and even to the software engineers. We have a software engineer who also has some insights from data. We have product teams saying how long people spend on your website. If the bounce rate is high, it informs them to, oh, maybe we need to improve the performance of the website to get people to stay on the website and improve that. So we've seen examples is the Facebook. These are products based on analytics. They want a faster experience. They want people to enjoy, especially in this part of the world where data isn't as fast as it should be. Website platform, we want the website to be very fast when it's loaded on mobile.
So I like the fact that you touched on loyal audiences and also how important data literacy is in the newsroom. But also within that space is the fact that journalists and also content providers, like I can imagine, are all bothered that are we now so concerned with the numbers as opposed to the content? You want to just create good content and you want people to keep coming back for good content. Princess, you're the Digital Innovation Hub and you guys tend to look for creative ways of storytelling. How do we strike a balance?
So we're striking that balance about what I do in the organization, right? It's a thing of taking that complex story, which you've already told, or which you have a specific way you might have it. It's anything of being deliberate. And being deliberate, I work in a team that we're not afraid to experiment. It's creative, but being deliberate to the point where, okay, who is my audience? Who am I looking out for? For us, we're looking at the underserved audience. We're looking at females. We're also looking at a young audience, including men and women, young boys and girls that people wouldn't ordinarily reach out for. So let's look at maybe say, which is a topic in the news presently. How are you going to tell them about it? Everyone one piece in black and white. Has anyone done an explainer? Has anyone created a map, maybe saying showing the regions, or just presenting information in a way that is simple to consume? I think most times the thing where we might overthink things in our delivery as journalists, because you know you've spoken to this expert, spoken to this person, tell everything. But how are you going to tell that story to a young person who doesn't have time? Their friend has shared a comedian's video with them, but you want them to stay hooked. It's all about being deliberate, experimenting, being creative. And this is who I'm targeting the story towards.
Now, business today is all that trust is also a factor of when we from my grandfather, my grandmother used to listen to the BBC. I'm sure most people here, that's their own first experience with the BBC before now their personal experience. How do you think brand loyalty plays into creating and sustaining a digital audience in this space?
So the answer is in your question, trust. So it's a very simple process, and it's the way human beings process information normally. So someone you trust tells you something. Because you trust this person, you begin to think about what the person has said. You most likely take action on what the person has said, and you want to share your results with other people, and thereby making other people want to try out this brand or product. So it's almost the same thing when it comes to trust from the news and the media agencies. So for example, audiences around the world have said that the BBC is number one when it comes to news that is accurate and trusted. We didn't say that. This is from a global web index, and it was the audience that Macron, the French president, when he came. Now that young man is sitting on several scholarships up to university level. I mean, the freestyle footballer had a Guinness World Record, and God knows what else is in stock for him. And this was all because people saw this content on the platform that they trusted, and they were like, see, look, we can take this word and run with it. And it can happen to anybody who creates content if you can be consistent with it, and the trust does not waver, and people can run with it.
Osifo, we're still going to stay with you. Now, this is now bringing in the Nigerian context. We have at cost. The content has been provided within this space has been English. Now, the BBC has language services. The newer ones within Nigeria, less than about 2-3 years ago, from Pidgin, Yoruba, and Igbo. What is the BBC doing with these languages rather that's different, that is making them actually have audiences within this space?
Okay, so maybe people in this room would agree with me that for a very long time, news has been seen as something that was packaged for the elites. People hear news and most people don't feel that this news is for me, maybe because of the grammar or the tone or the way the news sound. But being able to tell different stories in languages makes it easier, it makes it a bit more fun. I mean, let me take an example of a story the Pigeon Service did at Inception, which was basically about a date that went back in the UK, and the lady tried to get rid of excrement. Now the Pigeon Service took that same story and that story got the nickname called the People Story. Until tomorrow, that story still comes up on our chat showing that people are looking for this story. It became hilarious in Pidgin because people could relate to it. As you see comments of people saying, man, I made this album for my guy house at the end of that relationship with that or something like that. But it's to relate with in those languages. And there are things you can get away with. There are certain words you can't say in traditional English, because media will frown at it. Will need to say those words in languages, and it's even going to be a bit comical for people, you know. So it gives you freedom to play with your headlines. It gives you freedom to say things that the man on the road can look and say, they're probably talking to me.
Exactly, and just piggybacking, I know a lot of, I've seen a couple of content creators here who actually broadcast sports in amazing, because I mean, I've had people come up to me to say, who did that? I mean, Manchester United lost the game, but the way the Igbo service would use talking drums and stick and people to describe the headline is something I would never use in English. So having to look at the local languages and reaching an audience, reaching my grandmother, if I were reading that story in Igbo, she's going to laugh, and then guess what? She now knows about Manchester United because she didn't know it before if I used a big English text. So that as well in broadcasting in local languages, writing in local languages, podcasting in local languages, you know, vlogging in local languages, vox pops in local languages is another way of reaching a young, vibrant, even older audiences to engage with your content.
I think I'm sure there are questions in the room, and I'm just going to allow the questions come in before I maybe follow up with more questions that I think I may have to understand, you know, because I'm also trying to learn. So we will definitely take questions now from our audiences. Sure.